Okay, students, hi, welcome all here. So today we are going to talk about the part second of our chapter. Let us continue with the common bacterial and viral diseases. So in humans we will discuss about the common bacterial and viral diseases. Okay, so be ready with your rough and note. Keep notes of all the things which we are teaching here, because it will be very much helpful in our exams. Okay, so as we discussed yesterday, what are communicable diseases and what are non-communicable diseases. The communicable diseases, which are infectious diseases which spread from one person to other person. So there are some pathogens which are causative for these diseases. Yesterday, in the last lecture, it was discussed. Okay, so when we talk about bacteria, okay, so we are thinking that all bacteria are pathogens, but this is not true for always. Okay, all bacteria are not pathogens, although we have the oceans of bacterial species and varieties, and we have a lot of bacteria in the world, but which exist on earth, but not only a few bacteria are associated with human diseases, and they are called pathogenic bacteria. Pathogenic bacteria. Okay, so these pathogenic bacteria only cause the diseases to the humans. Such pathogens may emit some toxins. So they emit some toxins, and by this way they can affect the body. Okay, they affect the body. There are different ways how do they emit these toxins and how do they affect the body, that we no need to go deep here. There are some common these bacterial diseases which can spread through air, water, or by inhaling the water droplets, or we can say aerosols. Or even by sharing the utensils, and even by sharing the dress of the infected person. Okay, so these all can be the sources, or these all can be the vectors by which these bacterial pathogens they move from one person to another person. Okay, let us have a look upon what are the different bacterial diseases which infect the humans. Okay, especially humans. Let us make a small list of them and try to memorize them. Okay, so this is our serial number. Here we can see the disease name, and it is a causative agent. And it is a site of infection. Then we have the mode of transmission. Then what are the symptoms caused by this disease? Okay, so when we talk about disease, each and every bacteria which is now called as pathogen, it causes a disease in the humans. That disease is having specific name based on that bacteria. Okay, we will first name the disease. Then what is the name of that bacteria? Because as we discussed earlier, all bacteria are non-pathogens. We have some common strains or species of bacteria which cause the pathogens, which are so-called pathogens. So we have to name that pathogen also. Okay. The site of infection, it means in the body, which part of the body is being infected by that bacteria. Okay, because the site of infection is also specific for the bacteria. As bacteria are specific for specific diseases, same the site of infection is also specific. It means they can infect that part of the body only. Okay. Then mode of transmission. Mode of transmission means how do they infect and how do they reach that site of infection, that also we should know. And when they enter the body and they cause a disease, how do we know that this disease is there? Okay, so what are the physiological effects of this disease in the body? So we call them as symptoms, by which we can know what is the disease, okay, and which bacteria can be responsible for that, because all bacteria do not have the same symptoms. We have different symptoms caused by the different because of the different diseases caused by the different bacteria. So let us here make a small list of how many bacteria we have. We have a full list of bacteria. We are going to discuss only a few, because in our syllabus we have to discuss what are the diseases, bacterial diseases to the humans, that we have to discuss. We will see the common ones. Okay, let us list first one, Shigelliosis. Shigelliosis, it is also called bacillary dysentery. Shigelliosis, okay, it is also called, so it is caused by the bacterial species from Shigella species. Okay, there is not only one species which causes it, so we mention here Shigella species. Okay, site of infection here, it is intestine. Okay, intestines are infected. So the mode of transmission, since it is intestine, so it should be food water like agents, food and water which is infected and is consumed by the healthy people. Okay, what are the symptoms? How we know this? There can be abdominal pain can be there, sometimes dehydration, there can be bleeding, or there can be, along with the blood, some mucus also passes with the stools. Okay, so this was the first one. Second one is bubonic plague. Okay, it is also called Black Death. So this is caused by, this bubonic plague is caused by the bacteria Yersinia, Yersinia pestis. Okay, so the site of infection for this bacteria is lymph nodes. Okay, as we know that lymph nodes are very important. They are also they are also associated with the circulatory system. We have specialized organs, sites for the lymph nodes. Okay, where do they? So how it is transmitted means it is what I say, rat flea is there. Rat flea, you understand, it is a small insect, okay, which sometimes we have the human fleas also. So it is a small insect like lice, okay, but it is more active. It is not like lice always, it is more active than lice. So this flea, when it has infected the rat, that rat was having this bacteria in its blood, so this can become a vector. Okay, the name of that flea also is Xenopsilla Chobis. This is the flea name, rat flea. Okay, a small insect which when what is say, attacks the rat, that this rat should have this infection. Okay, so after this rat what is say, moves to the body of human body, moves towards the humans, this can spread the same disease there also. Okay, what are the symptoms here? Here we have fever can be seen in them, and headache also. Okay, then and we can have swollen lymph. Swollen lymph nodes. Okay, so these are the different what I say symptoms caused by Yersinia pestis. Okay, this bacteria which reaches to a human body by the rat flea, by not by the rats but the rat flea. Flea is a small insect which is the parasite for the rats. Okay, then we have diphtheria, very important. This diphtheria disease is caused by Corynebacterium diphtheria. Okay, Corynebacterium diphtheria. And where is the site of infection? It is larynx, skin, and nasal passage also. Okay, and like this. Okay, then how it is transmitted means it is a droplet infection. Okay. Then what are the different symptoms we see in diphtheria? Fever will be there above 101, like that. Sore throat will be there. Okay, then there will be difficulty in breathing. Okay, these are the different symptoms we see in case of diphtheria. So this diphtheria is also very common here. Okay, we should know with the bacteria which causes it, that is Corynebacterium diphtheria, and it goes to the respiratory tract, is mostly involved in it. And since respiratory tract is involved, means the people who are infected with diphtheria, in their droplets, that is like when they are coughing or when they have the running nose, that time the droplets will be infected. Okay, by this way it can spread to the people, and these are the symptoms. Now next, very important, is cholera. This cholera is caused by vibrio cholera. Okay, Vibrio cholera is the bacterial name, okay. And this cholera, it goes and infects the intestine. It provides, it secretes some toxin. That toxin just makes the abnormality in the intestinal wall, so it can be spreaded by, since it is intestine related, so the let's say bacteria can come in the feces, stools of the infected people, and finally it can contaminate food and water, by which it can reach to the other people, okay. Then we have there, what are the symptoms in cholera? We know that the severe diarrhea will be there, not the common diarrhea. Severe diarrhea will be there, okay. Then along when diarrhea is there, so it will cause dehydration also. Dehydration means loss of water, okay. So these are the things. Then let us discuss here one important man, that is tetanus. Tetanus, okay. Tetanus. This tetanus is caused by, this is called lockjaw. Lockjaw. Because the person who is having this disease, who is having this infection, he is having lockjaw. Lockjaw means because it attacks the toxin of this tetanus bacteria, it goes and it directly attacks the muscles of the body, okay. That is why the muscles, when they are involved, these muscles, they are having the contact with the joints, so it finally leads to the, what is a joint problem, that it locks the joints. That is why it's called a lockjaw, okay. So which site is now in what is the site of infection is spasm of muscles. Spasm of muscles, okay. It attack, the toxin goes and it interferes with the spasm of the muscles, okay. So how it can spread, or what is the site of infection? We can say, the causative agent here we have to discuss actually. The causative agent is Clostridium Clostridium tetani, Tetani. Clostridium tetani, okay. Clostridium tetani is the what is a causative agent for this. Then site of infection is spasm of muscles, okay. When it attacks the muscles, then how it can spread? It can spread through wound, okay, wound infection. So we have to be very careful. We should not keep the injured parts of our body open. When they are open means in the dust, or when there is any solid surface which a person can contact, in that solid surface there can be the spores, or there can be the bacteria, small bacteria present on that, which when come in contact with the wound, they can start doing their works there, so finally they can cause the tetanus, okay. That is why after an injury we are advised to have the tetanus injection, okay. Why? Because maybe the infection is there because of that tetanus, Clostridium tetani. So that in order to stop the spread, or in order to kill that bacteria, we are using the ready-made we are using the ready-made antibodies against it, okay. What happens actually, what are the symptoms? It makes the rigidity of the jaw muscle. Jaw muscle is mostly here that is the main symptom here, actually the rigidity of the jaw muscle, and it also increases the heartbeat. Okay, heart beating is also increased, and not only in the jaw but in all the muscles. Such a person becomes, if it is like this, it will start moving in the opposite direction. Okay, all the things in his body, all the parts of the body, mostly because of the rigidity of the muscles, all the parts of the body, they become very much shift. Okay, then let us discuss about thyroid. Sorry, thyroid is not the disease, actually we have pneumonia now. Pneumonia disease. This pneumonia disease, it is caused by a bacterium called Streptococcus pneumonia. Streptococcus pneumoniae. Okay, Streptococcus pneumoniae. So which part of the body is infected? It just infects the lungs. Pneumonia. Okay, it infects the lungs, and since it infects the lungs, it is present in the respiratory tract, so there will be a droplet infection. Okay, there will be a droplet infection. Not only this, but if we can say droplet infection, because the infected person is present in his respiratory tract, so when he coughs or sneezes, we can see the droplets which come in the air. They can be the causative agent for, they can become a source of infection for others also. Okay, then let us discuss about what are the symptoms for this. We have fever can be there, high fever. Okay, cough, then painful breathing is there. Painful breathing is there, and when the sputum, that is the brown sputum, will be there. Brown sputum will be there. Brown sputum means when he spits out, that is the saliva of the mouth, when he spits out. So what will happen? It will be brown in color. Why it will be brown in color? Because of the blood cells which are present in it. Okay, then next we will discuss about the typhoid. Okay, typhoid. This typhoid is also called enteric fever. Enteric fever. Okay, this enteric fever, it is caused by a very important bacteria that is called Salmonella typhi. Salmonella typhi. Salmonella typhi is the causative agent for typhoid. Okay, so it infects the intestine. So as we know that when it infects the intestine, so it is present in the gastrointestinal tract, so finally it will come out in the stools of the infected person, so which can contaminate food and water, by which it can reach to the other people. Okay, then what are the different symptoms? First symptom is headache. Headache will be there for such people. Okay, then abdominal discomfort will be there. Abdominal discomfort will be there. Okay, abdominal discomfort is there. Then along with this, fever is also common. Then since it is related to the intestine, so there can be diarrhea also. Okay, when diarrhea is there, so it will lead to the dehydration. Okay, so these are the different symptoms. Now let us discuss our last one but not the least one, which is common to the humans. Actually we have more than this number of bacterial diseases, but here in our syllabus we have to see our level also. Okay, at our level we have to discuss this much only. Important one is now tuberculosis. Okay, tuberculosis. This tuberculosis disease is caused by the bacteria called Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Okay, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So this tuberculosis, as we know, we call it as TB, also common language. So it infects the lungs of the body. So since it infects the lungs of the body, so it is also a droplet infection. Okay, it spreads through the droplets by cough and sneezing which come out from the patient. Okay, so here what is the main symptom is this patient will be having thick purulent nasal discharge. So the mucus that comes out of the nose, that will be thick, okay, patches of the mucopleural nasal discharge will be there. Okay, so this is the indication that such a person is suffering from tuberculosis. Then there are the ways how we can identify these bacteria other than the symptoms we have, because some of the bacteria they share the common bacteria like the diarrhea we saw, or headache will be there, or fever is there. Then like we say the chest infections, they go common, like we have pneumonia, tuberculosis. It makes a common thing, but we have some blood tests, okay, which can confirm. For example, this typhoid, if we think this typhoid, for typhoid we have a common test that's called a Vidal test. Okay, likewise we have the different types of tests by which we can confirm these bacteria which cause diseases to the humans after the infected person is he is just advised to take the specific test for that bacteria. Okay, so now let us discuss about the viral diseases which infect the human body. We know that virus, when we talk about virus, what is virus? A virus is a smallest intracellular obligate parasite. These are intracellular obligate parasite. Okay, intracellular obligate parasite. What does it mean? This virus, when it lives, it will be live inside the cell only. Okay, obligate parasite. So it is the parasite which is for example, it can be living and non-living also. Okay, which multiplies within the body. Okay, it always multiplies within the body. Okay, within the cells, living cells only. Okay, outside the living cells, they cannot carry out the characteristics of the living organisms. So this is the confusion in the living world. Okay, when they are outside the cells, they do not carry any of the characteristics which are for the living organisms. These viruses, they invade the cell. Okay, once they invade the cell, living cells, forcing the cells to create the new viruses. They use the genetic material of the cell of the host. Host means the cell which they have infected. Okay, once the virus goes inside, it uses the genetic material DNA of the host cell, by which there is a special mechanism by which it can create new viruses. Okay, the new viruses, they break once we have lot of new viruses inside the cell. Like corona also, same mechanism will be there. So the cell breaks out. When it breaks out, it kills the cell. Not only kills it, but it gives lot of viruses out which can invade other cells of the body, that can cause the same disease in that organism like human beings. Okay, so viruses, we don't have only the viral infection in humans, we have viral infection in birds and other organisms also. We have in other animals, even we have the viral infection in plants also. Okay, where they use the same mechanism of spread. Okay, for example, rhinovirus, the common cold which we know, that is called by rhinovirus. So rhinovirus is one of the most infectious human ailment which causes common cold in humans. Rhinovirus. Okay, rhinovirus, these are the group of viruses. Okay, a strain of viruses which cause this infection, and cannot expect any human is there on the which lives on the land and which is not, who is not infected by this virus. Okay, then the viral diseases are generally grouped into the four different different types based on their, these viral diseases, we can differentiate them into the four different types of types based on their symptoms produced by these organs, by them in the body organs. So in body organs, what are the different types of symptoms they cause? Based on that, we can classify the viruses. Number one can be pneumotropic disease. Pneumotropic disease. Pneumotropic diseases, these are the diseases caused by the viruses in the respiratory tract. In the respiratory tract, okay, infected by the virus influenza. Infected by influenza. Influenza is the disease name there. Okay, then we have the dermotropic disease. Dermotropic disease. This is the group of disease caused by virus in the skin and subcutaneous tissue. In the subcutaneous tissue means the tissue which lies beneath the skin. Okay, affected by chickenpox and measles. So we have the viruses here, chickenpox and measles. Okay, then following which we have the next group of viruses, viscerotropic diseases. This is the disease which is infecting the blood and visceral organs. Okay, it is affected by the viruses, by yellow fever, okay, fever and dengue fever. Then the next one we are going to discuss is neurotropic disease. Neurotropic disease. Okay, this is the disease which affects the central nervous system. The causative agent can be the name of the viral disease can be rabies and polio. So these are categorized based on there. We have some more common, so till now we have categorized and we based on the types of symptoms they cause. For example, some viruses, they go and infect the respiratory tract, like we have influenza, or we can have corona. Corona is also the name is like that, COVID-19. Okay, so corona, which infects the respiratory tract. Then dermotropic means, derm means here the skin. Okay, dermotropic disease. So this is the disease, viral disease in which skin and subcutaneous tissue is involved. For example, chickenpox we have, and measles. Then visceral tropic disease. The viscera, we call it as blood mostly. So visceral organs, and like we have lymph there, and we can have the other associated organs with it. Then blood also, for example, yellow fever and dengue fever is there. These are the two viral diseases caused by them. Then neurotropic means which attack the central nervous system of the body, for example, rabies and polio. Now we have also again a list of these viruses, different viruses which cause many harmful effects in the human body. So we have to we should discuss about them, because they are economically important. Okay, they have, for example, when we talk about common cold, this common cold, it is caused by rhinovirus, as we discussed. Rhinoviruses, it is not only the one strain, it is the group of these viruses which cause it, and they mostly infect the respiratory tract. Okay, they infect the respiratory tract. So these rhinoviruses, from one person to other person, they are also they are transferred, or they are transmitted to other person by the droplet infection. Okay, so the symptoms will be same. There will be nasal flow will be there. Okay, nasal flow, running nose, we call it as running nose is there, and there is sore throat. Sore throat will be there. Okay, then cough also, and headache also sometimes. So these are the different symptoms we see there. Then mumps is also a common disease. Mumps, it makes the the above the neck area, it makes it it makes in the enlargement that gets swollen. Okay, it is caused by mumps virus. Okay, this mumps virus, it is an RNA virus. So what is RNA virus? Is there a difference like RNA DNA virus? Yeah, there are some viruses where the genetic material is DNA only are there, and so are some viruses where the genetic material which they use is RNA only. So they are called RNA viruses and DNA viruses. Okay, so mumps virus is an RNA virus. So the name of the virus, it can be mumps virus also, or it can be Paramyxovirus. Paramyxovirus. So this is very important term. Paramyxovirus. This can be also asked in the competitive exam. Okay. So the mumps virus, it goes and attacks the salivary glands. Okay, salivary glands. So when the salivary gland is infected, means what will happen? It will cause the enlargement of the parotid gland. So we know that salivary gland we differentiate into the parotid gland and sublingual gland. Okay, the parotid part of the gland, it is enlarged. When it is enlarged, the surface below the chin becomes very heavy and it becomes swollen. Okay, so it is mostly found in the saliva and other droplets of the respiratory tract, okay, by which it can infect the other person. Okay, then measles is caused by rubella virus. Okay, this rubella virus, it is also an RNA virus. Okay, as I said that the genetic material present in this virus is RNA only. Okay, and it can be caused by SAM, Paramyxovirus. Okay, it attacks the skin. And not only skin, but it can go to the respiratory tract also. Okay, then it also droplet infection. Infection means infection which spreads through the droplets of the infected person. Here the different symptoms are sore throat. Okay, sore throat can be found in the patient. Not only this, there can be running nose, not only this, cough, and fever also is found in patients. Okay, with that, how we can differentiate it with the common cold is that there can be reddish rashes. Okay, reddish rashes can be seen on the skin of such infected person. Not only skin, we can see it ear and even on the neck also. Okay, so the different parts of the body will be having reddish rashes. When we have these all symptoms present in a person, we can conclude it can be a measles, but still we need to consult a physician for that. Okay, then we have a virus which attacks the liver. So we name the viral disease as viral hepatitis. Okay, viral hepatitis. We have many hepatitis, viral hepatitis, like hepatitis A, B, and C. This viral hepatitis commonly found is hepatitis B virus. So this hepatitis B virus causes the viral hepatitis. Okay, it attacks, as I said, it attacks the liver. Okay, so how it is transmitted means there is a it can be transmitted from the infected person to the normal person, healthy person, by the blood transfusion also. Okay, by blood transmission or such a contact by which a person comes in contact with such what is a parenteral routine, that is parenteral routine, that is from parent also it can be transmitted to the baby. That is also one way. Then by the blood transfusion or by using the utensils of the infected person related to it is, for example, syringe is there, or such things. Okay, it can damage the liver of such person, so which causes the jaundice. Okay, then nausea is also there, that is vomiting will be there. Okay, vomiting will be there. Then such person, they have the yellow eyes we can see in such people, and there is a fever also. Okay, fever will be seen in such people. Okay, and not only this, the more important symptom, because this can confuse it with the other other types of diseases. We have one more symptom here. We can say there can be a pain in the abdomen. Pain in abdominal area means the area that lies below the stomach area, that is intestinal part, below the intestines, that is in that area there can be pain in such people. Okay, so like this we have some other viruses like chickenpox is there. Okay, chickenpox, this chickenpox we should know it is caused by varicella virus or zoster virus, which is a DNA virus. So it is means here the genetic material is DNA only. So this chickenpox, it goes and attacks the respiratory tract, okay, skin, and even the nervous system also. So it is also from one person to other person, this chickenpox virus can spread through droplets. Okay, there can be a mild fever with the itchy skin. The skin itch will be itching, this patient will be always itching. Okay, then rash and rashes will be there found on the skin also. Then we have the important one more this virus, that is poliomyelitis. Okay, poliomyelitis, this is caused by the poliovirus. Okay, this poliovirus which causes this polio, it is also an RNA virus. Okay, sometimes we may ask it, so we should note it down. Okay, it is an RNA virus. This polio, okay, which part of the body is involved here in this polio means it is intestine, not only the intestines, but it goes and attacks the central nervous system, that is brain, and even the spinal cord. Okay, spinal cord. That is why this poliovirus, this disease, poliomyelitis disease, is very much it is highly focused disease in the India, but India got eradication. We made this disease out because of the vaccination programs by the government of India. Okay, the droplet infection we can have this infection through the droplets of the infected person to the normal person. So what are the common these fever will be there. Symptoms are fever, muscular stiffness will be there. Muscular stiffness will be there, and there is weakness in the body. Not only this, there can be paralysis. Okay, and sometimes it can lead to the respiratory failure. Okay, so this poliomyelitis. Then there is one more important, that is fever. This dengue fever, it is also called breakbone fever. Breakbone fever. Okay, so it is caused by dengue virus. Okay, so this it goes and attacks the skin and blood. Okay, where it is found, so it can reach from one person to other person by the vector. Okay, vector. That vector, we have the only vector for this is mosquito. Okay, but among the mosquito we have the special type of mosquito, we name that Aedes Aedes aegypti. Aedes aegypti is the mosquito name which acts as a carrier or a vector which sucks the blood of the infected person. Okay, from where this blood, when it again goes and bites the normal person by its saliva, the virus comes. So since it drops the saliva inside the body, okay, of the normal person with the saliva, this saliva with this virus can also be there present. Okay, so it can spread by this way. So we have here severe flu-like condition is here with the sudden onset of the fever. There can be sudden onset and there is very painful headache will be there. Okay, painful headache will be there, and muscle and joint pain also is found in this. Okay, muscle and joint pain. So if we had symptoms like this, we can also guess that it can be the dengue fever. Okay, then important one is chikungunya. Chikungunya is also a viral disease. It is caused by alpha virus. Okay, alpha virus, or we call it as toga virus. Alpha virus or toga virus. This chikungunya, it is the viral disease that is also associated with nervous system. Okay, so it is associated with nervous system. This chikungunya is also spread through the mosquitoes. Okay, the special type of mosquito is okay, we have the same mosquito here also, Aedes aegypti. This mosquito is the main carrier, or it is the vector for chikungunya. Okay, then what are the different symptoms? We can have the same, like we can have fever here, joint pain will be there. Okay, then headache also, headache is there, and joint swelling. This is very important. Joint swelling is found in such people which have chikungunya. So these were the few viruses which we discussed, and the diseases were caused by these viruses. We have a virus called Nipah virus. Nipah virus. This Nipah virus is a zoonotic virus. It is the virus which transmitted from animals to the humans, like we have corona. coronavirus. Okay, they are transmitted through the contaminated droplets. The infected people, it causes a range of illness from the asymptomatic. There can be no symptoms also, and there can be symptoms also, to which can lead to the acute respiratory illness and fatal. Sometimes it can be very fatal. Okay, so we have, then we should know about the swine flu also. Swine flu, swine flu. The swine flu was also, it is also a viral disease, which was recognized in 1919. Okay, first it became pandemic. Pandemic means like we have coronavirus. It is a pandemic. Pandemic means which is out of control. We cannot get any special medicine for it, so it has infected lot of people and lot of damage was there. And this swine flu still circulates on the seasonal flu viruses. Okay, swine flu is caused by the strain that is H1N1 strain of the virus. Okay, symptoms can be same: fever, cough, sore throat, chills, weakness, body headache. Okay, body aches. Children, pregnant women, and elderly are risk for the severe infection. So like we have in the coronavirus, the same situation here comes for the swine flu also. So if such symptoms are now available, this cannot be any other virus other than the coronavirus. Okay, so in coronavirus also we have the sore throat and weakness will be there. Chills are very least. This coronavirus which is present, which is also spread through the from it is also called as a zoonotic virus. Zoonotic virus means this virus is having some connection with the other animals. From that animals it has come to the it has come to the human body. So there are the symptoms which are very common. We can say them like sore throat is there, fever will be there. When fever goes above 100 and it is persisting for many days, and there is a little bit cough also. Dry cough is there. We can conclude it can be a corona. Such a person should be isolated first. Then it should be it should be sent to the hospital for the medical purpose. Okay, with this we have now finished our common diseases which are caused by the bacteria and which are caused by the viruses. So today let us conclude with this. My suggestion for all my students is to revise from your textbook whatever we have learned today. With this let us conclude. Goodbye. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.